Hi, I'm Gina Allen with Furniture Today, and I'm back at the Klaussner showroom, and I'm here with H and Chris, and they're going to show us a new introduction for this market. I'm really, really excited because I see lots of pretty things through these gates.
Thank you, Gina. Thanks for being here this morning.
Thank
you guys. We're going to talk to you through the Modern Elegance collection. It's a new introduction for Klaussner this market. It's a big collaboration we did in the case goods area as well as upstairs with our upholstery team. It's about 75 SKUs in total. And it's really taken a lot of cues from what's going on at the higher end and bringing it down into our world. I've had some great response to it, and we're going to walk in and walk you through the room.
Want to get started?
Let's get started.
Okay, great. And it's already really, really busy in here. I noticed lots of people in here this morning.
Some things I want to point out along the way is the different materials we used in the collection to include some of the hardware. And the hardware, each and every piece that we put on is like a little piece of jewelry that we've incorporated into the collection. We put it on a beautiful oak veneer. As you can see that this really is like a piece of art. When you see the veneer radiate out into the room, and then the custom designed hardware with the tin antique mirror in the background mixed in with the brass, it really sets the look off in the collection. We've softened all the corners so it's a really soft, livable type look. And then of course we've got the bed right here. Our panel bed is a beautiful panel bed. We've got overlaid leaves. Within those overlaid leaves, we spend a lot of times with the hand carver making sure that they look like real leaves. And if you'll notice the sort of the in and out movement.
And lots of dimension to it, I noticed.
Tons and tons.
We wanted them to look authentic. We really spent a lot of time working on that.
I also wanted to just comment, I love the metal accents, how they're really soft and warm in contrast to the wood. It's a really pretty detail.
Beautiful leaves again we talked about. Look at the fold. I mean, it's even got a little bit of a fold in that leaf if you really look at it and study the detail. A hint of gold tipping to really accent those leaves. And then in the background, we've got a little texturing in the background that really makes those leaves set off.
Yeah, it almost looks like a faux chagrin.
It is chagrin.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it is.
Good eye. Very good eye. Can't fool me. Yeah, it's beautiful. Really pretty.
Ended it with a nice bed bench right there. It's got the beautiful rolls. And if you'll pay attention to the fabric, it's a good soft fabric, but at the same time when you're walking around the room, it's got little hints of flakes of gold.
Yeah, it's a really pretty, it creates a really pretty highlight to it. And it is really subtle. But
it sparkles as the light catches it when you walk around.
You'll also notice in the room we've sort of given you sort of an eclectic look at the same time. We've got a beautiful desk over there. It's an oval desk. It's got a scalloped edge. And again, we talked about that attention to detail. When you look at the keys, you'll see little small subtle leaves inside of that key that really sets it off. That's also an accent vanity at the same time, and that's what we like to do with this collection is give you multifunctional so that it really has a life that just you can move these pieces around and give you your own special taste and your own eclectic look.
Very pretty.
Thank you.
You'll notice back here we've got a beautiful sofa table, but then we put the two X benches up underneath it that really gives you a great decorator look. It's got scalloped edge all around, the taper leg, and then the antique mirror on the top. It really brightens up the room at the same time.
But to point out the multifunctionality that H was talking about, that same bench will work under the vanity that we just talked about as the vanity bench.
Oh, I bet that's really pretty. And it's also interesting, there's some really pretty fluting detail on the desk, and then it's kind of repeated here on the console. Really lovely.
Beautiful soft finish. It's got a lot of handwork to it. You'll see all the distressing on top of it, but it's subtle. You've got a little bit of dry brushing, it really highlights all those highs and lows that come with this.
Very livable finish, though. Could go in any decor.
I agree.
We've got a beautiful round table. It's a 60-inch round table, so you get 6 around it. And you'll also notice, look at the legs.
Yes, thank you. I love the legs on that. Really nice. Light.
But again, those little subtle attentions to detail, the little metal ferrules that just finish it off, those little finishing touches, the little nuances that we put into this collection.
And then here's that same pretty fabric.
And then all the fabrics that you'll see in the room, again, we collaborated really intensely with the upholstery team upstairs. All the fabrics, all the upholstery in this room is part of the collection upstairs.
Very nice.
Fabulous bar cabinet over here. Again, we talked about how that cabinet really features that custom designed hardware.
Lots of function in here. You got the antique mirror in the back, touch lighting here. You got stemware management for your wine glasses. You got a working surface with an extra pull-out working surface, and we even included power management in the back of the piece.
Lots of storage, but not enormous.
No,
the scale of the piece is really pretty too.
Lots of function inside of there.
Yeah, great. Like it.
Okay.
We also got several options with the occasional. We've got oval tables. We've got round chair-side tables, but with the beauty of that little chair-side table is that is an awesome accent nightstand. It really,
oh yeah,
really
there's
looks
storage
great.
to it. That's great.
It goes,
Nice
simple.
height, not too big.
works as a
Absolutely.
chair-side table in the living room, and it works in the bedroom as a nightstand. Great little multifunctional piece here.
And pretty hardware.
Again,
Beautiful
custom hardware. Those little attention to details.
It's the jewelry for the furniture. It's
Exactly.
Really, we love to do custom design hardware.
Yeah.
It's each little signature piece. Have a secondary table in the dining room. We've got a rectangular, 92-inch rectangular table. It does have leaf extensions, so that it's really functional in smaller spaces. But then again, you'll look that we have different mixed side units with it, like this bunching unit right here. It's a simple, clean door chest, but if you put two of them
Oh, it is.
together,
I
they look
see that. They
fabulous.
are two pieces. That's
Yep.
awesome.
And however big your room is, you could just keep adding to that, and it looks like it just flows together.
Yeah, and then I love this artistry, all
Absolutely.
this applied wood. It's so pretty.
It's got that beautiful floral swag that just, again, we highlighted just a hint of gold on top of it that really makes it pop in the room.
Also, not just a dining room piece, though. I could see that being used a
The
lot
hallway
of different.
piece,
But yeah,
foyer,
absolutely. in the
entryway
foyer.
piece. I mean,
Accent
Really
nightstand
pretty.
if you want to put it up against it. It gives you really a decorator look at the same time.
And pretty details too on the table with this little banding.
and again, nice soft edges, just really, really soft and delicate.
You also notice that we took it all the way to the floor. Look at the legs. The legs have beautiful brass ferrules on the bottom of it. It's really that attention to detail at this look.
And one thing we did, and everything we've seen in the room so far has been set up kind of fairly eclectic. Well, a lot of people come in and say, well, my customer wants to buy a suit. So we finish off the room with, if someone wants to buy a suit, matching bed, dresser, mirror, nightstand, you've got this complemented in this room as well. And you see it works well together as a suit, but still has that nice high-end appeal to it.
Yeah, and even as a suit, it's not overly done, so it's not, in your face, it has to be a suit. It's still very finely detailed, and I think that's really pretty too. Actually, look at this crazy hardware. I don't know if you guys can see it, but that's another really pretty
Yeah,
piece.
surrounded that little knob with a piece of acrylic.
Yeah,
Again,
that's
just that
nice.
little subtle finishing touch that makes it look really, really nice.
Fabulous upholstered bed right here. Again, that same shimmering fabric as you work through the room. It's delicate, it's light, but then, like I said, you move around the room and you'll see that little shimmer of gold. It just really sets it off and makes it
Then
different.
another really pretty foot detail on that bed. I just noticed that as I came away from it. I like that.
Absolutely.
All those little finishing touches.
Oh, and there's that piece.
Yep,
Again.
works, like I said, as a
Yeah,
chair side,
nice.
would work as a nightstand.
Wow, you guys, there's lots of really great new things in this collection. I'm excited that you spent some time with me. I'm sad we didn't really touch on that chase because that's another really great piece that has a lot of multifunction to it too.
And that's more in the upholstery world. We're the wood heads, so we
Okay.
probably wouldn't be able
You
to tell
wouldn't
you
be
a whole lot
able-
about
okay.
that.
Well, come back to Klaussner. It's a must-see this market. Thank you so much, H.
Thank you,
It was
Gina.
good to
Thank
see
you.
you.
Thank
And
you, Gina.
Chris, have a great market.
You too. Thank you,
Appreciate it.
guys.
Thank you.